Hello, this is the help video for Exchange 2007 Mailbox level backups. In this video I am running Exchange 2007 on Windows Server 2008. So we'll go ahead and get started. First we need to go ahead and add our new client. I'll name it Exchange 07 Mailbox. This will be a 32-bit client. Even though I'm running on a 64-bit system, the installation of, or the backups of the mailboxes and the database will require that we create two different clients running over different ports, running different software. So you'll see that as we progress. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is give it the correct address, since I don't have a machine that resolves to that name. Password I can leave alone. A lot of the other settings I'm just going to kind of leave alone. The point of this video will be to show you what's needed to get the Exchange mailboxes running. So pretty much the client, and we will change the file set here. I can disable VSS and specify that I want to run an Exchange mailbox level backup. Also, as far as the directories for backing up go, I don't really need my C drive backed up. We're going to let the Exchange plugin just take care of getting my mailboxes. And so for this example, I'm going to delete the backup set and click on OK. I'll then go ahead and apply my changes and activate. If I come back to summary, looks like we don't have our green check mark, so we got to get our software installed. Again, I've just grabbed the 32-bit software and save that. Because I'm running on Windows 2008, I'm going to right-click and run as administrator. Accept the various agreements, and we'll see that the mailbox level plugin is already checked. We'll continue. And finish and wait for that RVX config window to pop open for us. You can see here, whenever we run an Exchange mailbox level backup, we need to be running as a user account that has the correct permissions. In this case, for Exchange 2007, the user account needs to be a member of the Exchange organization administrators, as well as a built-in administrator. So we'll click on OK. Then we get our window. Normally this would be the default option, but I've had this installed before on this server. But if you run the wizard, you would go ahead and download and get all of this information filled in. We're going to jump over to the Service Control tab. For my example, I don't want to run a system state backup. That would just add time to my backup, and I don't need that. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the service because I don't want it to run as the local system, and instead we'll run as our user. So I'll plug in the name of the user I want to use. As well as the password, and then click on Start. And my service starts up as this goes gray. If I check over here, we'll see the Exchange Mailbox Backup tab. By default, the option to enable that is already there. And you'll see however many mailbox databases you have, whether they're named this default mailbox database or custom names, they'll all show up in this list. In this example, I really just have the one user, and we'll just run a really simple backup. I will, however, point out a couple of other things. If I had a larger list of users and I only wanted to back up specific users, I could right here check each box for the user that I wanted to back up. Also, if I did not want to back up, say I had years and years worth of emails, and I didn't want to back everything up and I only cared about maybe the last 30 days or the last 60 days, I could choose that option, and that would save me space in my email backup. But for this example, I'll just go with any time, since there really isn't very much. There's this tools, but we won't get into that. We'll go ahead and click on OK, and close that out, and close that out. Now if I look over here, okay, we can see right here, if I even refresh, it looks like I forgot to run that wizard to get my password. I kind of breezed over that, so I'll bring that back and go ahead and run the wizard. Find my appliance, enter its password. This is my Exchange Mailbox client, and there we go. So if I restart that service, and then give that a moment and refresh, I should get my check mark back. Our support team has a checklist of items that can help kind of guide you through this, but the next step we need to do is to download the Exchange Mappy tools. And you'll do that by going to Microsoft.com and just doing a search for Exchange Mappy CDO.exe. The very first item is this Exchange Mappy CDO. So in other words, the reason we need to do this is because in Exchange 2007 and also in 2010, these tools were not provided as part of the base installation. So we have to download those because we are still one of those applications that depend on it. So go ahead and click on this download and save it. And when that comes up, go ahead and run it. It actually just extracts stuff. It's kind of strange. Okay, so then I have this Mappy. Then inside, I'll have something I can run. This should be very simple and fast to run. I'll just say that I agree. And it's done, and we finish. I can close that out and be done. There is one big caveat, though, to installing that. It will require a system reboot. So I'm going to go ahead and reboot the server, but I'm going to pause the window. I'll go ahead and pause the video so that we don't sit here and watch my system restart. Okay, I've rebooted my Exchange server. It looks like it remembered what I was doing. I don't need to resave that. I can cancel that. There's one other thing that we'll need to do, and that is to modify our hosts file. To do that, I recommend you just open Notepad, and if you're on Exchange 2000, actually if you're on Exchange 2003, you probably will not need to do this, but on 2008, it will require it because of the IPv6 stuff that's in there now. So I'm going to run Notepad as administrator so that I can edit the appropriate file. And then actually just open the one I want, which is under Windows, System32, Drivers, etc. You'll change this view to show all documents, and there's your hosts file. What we want to do is comment out the IPv6 address and either type or paste in your own IP address followed by whatever that address is supposed to resolve to. In this case, I put the Exchange server name and then the fully qualified name of the Exchange server. Then we'll go ahead and save that. And making that change should not require an a reboot. That should be it. At that point, we should be able to go ahead and right-click on here and run a manual backup and find out what it does. So we'll save that for the next video. Thanks.